Part of the fallacy is when you get to a real high angle of attack that anybody on Earth can stay there very long. The Raptor can't, we can't, except down low. Down low, the airplane will probably trim quite nicely at 40 alpha or 35 alpha, just like the Raptor does. It'll sit there and it'll sit on its engine and hold itself up. And you can do that. Up higher, you don't have as much thrust, you can't do that. How does that compare? You know, a lot of people ask me the question, did you see what the Sukhoi did? Wow. Well, one of the things to look at next time you watch those guys perform, and most time we watch the Raptor perform, is those guys, and the Russians do a great job demonstrating their airplanes. But when you get operational, do they really give those guys that capability? And the answer, for the most part, is no. Why? They're tricky to fly. One of the things that you see in them, here's a good example. Next time you're at a show and you see some flankers come in and do a Cobra maneuver, there's an important principle. Listen next time, because I saw this at the Dubai Air Show about 6 years ago. They go to idle before they do it. A couple of reasons. One is so it doesn't become one of these. It's a more impressive air show. But quite honestly, what happens is if you do one of those things and you lose one of the engines, the airplane will flip in. So there's a reason they do that. Okay, and we wouldn't have that problem with a single-engine airplane. Obviously, you have a bigger problem with the engine quit. But I think the thing that you want to watch with some of those things is how much of their maneuvering is pure ballistics. For instance, they get going fast enough pitch rate that they flip the airplane around. And the airplane's got to come out the other side. And it's just kind of it. If you watch the Raptor, he goes up and he sits there, and then he says, okay, and it goes, okay. Now, the directional control on the Raptor has nothing to do with thrust vectoring. Thrust vectoring only controls pitch. There's no differential thrust vectoring whatsoever. It's purely in pitch. So if you have the pitching moment margin, you can do that. We don't have it because we don't have that, but the basic maneuvers at a slightly slower rate, this airplane will be able to do that the Raptor does.